Greetings, friends of the 100 million soul movement. So good to be with you today on the last day of April. And I was reflecting this morning and sent our newsletter out earlier this morning, a trip around the world, see what God has been doing, which has really been remarkable here in the beginning of 2025 and in the month of April. Again, the groundswell of people coming to Christ in America. I think from what I've read from Easter, this past Easter, with church attendance around America being up, there is definitely a groundswell. There is definitely an interest in relationship with Christ. So I'm thankful for the shift in America, and we continue to pray in the midst of a great battle that America will fulfill its destiny. And with that, as we focus on America, the month of May, tomorrow, May 1st, is the National Day of Prayer, first Thursday of the month. So I want to encourage each of us to be praying for America, not only all month, but especially with a focus tomorrow with the National Day of Prayer. And so encouraging hearing the reports coming in from Pentecost 25. It kicked off the weekend before in Cali, Colombia with a crusade, 25,000 people there, almost 5,000 coming to Christ. This past weekend happened to be in three nations that I was privileged to be in and spend time with the leaders: Uruguay, Guatemala, and back in another area of Colombia. Uruguay is an amazing country, only 300,000 Christians, very secular. But boy, when I was there, I sensed God doing something in the crusade last weekend. 3 nights of a crusade, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, was so successful. Hundreds saved, healed. So we thank God, Pastor Javier and his crew, team, and what God did in Uruguay. Guatemala, same result. Packed house, many saved, many healed. God pouring out his spirit. And again, in Colombia, great the pictures and reports coming in. So last weekend, Pentecost 25, three powerful crusades: Uruguay, Guatemala, Colombia. This coming weekend, Panama, which I had the privilege of being in. Great team of leaders in the city of David, named after David, the only city in the world named after King David. So believing God for great things this coming weekend. It's kind of a festival in the city of David. Also in Venezuela, there's a crusade. So let's continue to pray for Pentecost 25. And the reports coming in from the schools, a lot of youth with a mission is going into the schools and in the preceding weeks of the crusades, seeing hundreds, if not thousands, saved. So we thank God for what he's doing in the schools. Got a wonderful report from Pastor Dewey in Vietnam. I mean, Vietnam, communist country, very challenging. Dewey's planted, I think it's 11 churches as of lately. 50 people saved over the Easter services, and getting ready to plant another church, which I think will be his 12th church in the last few years. Remarkable what God is doing in Vietnam. Uganda, Pastor Moses has built a great team all across Uganda. God's doing wonderful things. Over 100 people saved this past weekend, and a number of them water baptized. I love Reverend Bernard. He is in Malaysia, but he has such a passion for the unreached people groups. He took a 14-hour journey in Indonesia to an unreached people group and saw 27 saved the first night, and I think 13 or so the next night in these unreached people groups in the middle of nowhere in Indonesia. So we thank God. And then another exciting thing is in Thailand, everyone Thailand, working with Global Evangelistic Association. Our national leaders, Pastor Hannah, Pastor Nehemiah, are part of the leadership team there in Thailand. They just prayed and released their first gospel truck. And they're praying for 77 of these trucks, kind of a flatbed truck where they go into a village, lay down and just worship and preach. They're praying for 77 because there's 77 provinces is in Thailand. So over this year and then next year, 2026, they're hoping to reach every village in Thailand, which is a strong Buddhist nation. Incredible what God is doing in Thailand. So keep Pastor Hannah and Nehemiah in your prayers. And we just thank God all that He's doing as we go a trip around the world, just giving you some highlights. Thank you for your prayers. And as we move into the month of May, I again want to encourage you as we focus on the United States of America that God would build this circuit rider team in all 50 states. God bless you. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your support. And let's continue to move forward, winning 100 million souls.